up with the story. All right, so finishing up the story. Where was I at? Okay, about the guy, about the church. Then the white guy got caught up to speak. Then my skin started crawling, and I had to go because my spirit was just like, it just didn't feel right at all. It just felt wrong from the big black preacher guy that gave me this look that was just a knowing look, like he know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And then the white guy getting up, it just really creeped me out. So I left there, and when I left, I continued on my journey. This is like the fool's journey, you guys. Continued on my journey, and let me check the time. 33, 38, something like that. Okay, so um, yeah, so what ended up happening was, okay, I continued on my journey. As I continued on, y'all saw the journey, the two young boys, the one with the modern spirit that's negative, that don't, that's just like just me. The other spirit just lit up like mine usually does, and then me talking about the contrast between the present times and the old times. And like I said, I've vlogged about this already, so that's why I'm not revlogging it. But when I get a chance to go back and watch my videos so it'll make sense to you, I'll put links to the videos that relate to these, and then just all those other things. So then that's the reason I pulled into the story, is because me washing clothes this morning, and then what happened about me, that couple being there, like waiting to basically ambush me when I got back, before I got back to the place. And that little street that I walked down is very dangerous. It's dark. There's a sidewalk, but if you walk on a sidewalk, there's not a sidewalk all the way. It's only on a short part, and that's where the interstate thing is. If you walk on there, somebody's hiding under the interstate or behind there somewhere, they can snag you easy, and there's really nowhere for you to go, and you can scream or whatever, and nobody will see or hear you. So, and the police, like I said, they don't really be out there like that, and I don't know, but this couple, they scare me. So, and going back to when I was younger, I remember my mom, she was walking down the street, she told me a story, and this man, old white man, and this old, hey, how you doing? This old white lady was like, asked her, did they want to ride? She want to ride. And she was like, she had chills all up and down her spine. They had this big van. So I completely get that. And then this morning, after that happened last night, seeing that thing on the news about this couple killing this dude, so it's crazy out here, y'all. But now going back to what happened this morning, this morning, and this world is a really spiritual world, the power principalities. I was in the laundromat, and just now, and there was a guy that was like on a respirator and all this, so I was helping him. I asked him if I could help him, because sometimes people don't need help, and you just be in their way because you want to feel good that you quote unquote help somebody, but you ain't did nothing but got in their way. You know what I'm saying? And so, I asked him if he needed help, and then he said, I'll let you do this for me. So I was like, okay. So I moved the car for him, and then I was gonna put his clothes in. I asked him, did he want me to do it? Because I know people are funny with it. He was like, well, it's up to you. And then I saw that, to me, it seemed like he needed help. So I said, I really don't mind. I can do it if you don't mind. I just feel like, some people are funny about people touching the clothes. And he was like, no, I'm not funny about nothing. Go ahead and do it. So I did, And then I paid for his dryer, And he was like, he tried to be as independent as possible. And I'm just like, I'm the same way. I will walk 12 miles in the sun and heat. And just whatever I need to do, I will do it. I don't like to ask anybody for anything. But when people offer, and they offer sincerely, I think you can feel it, and if you need it, because you might not need it no matter how much somebody offers sincerely, just because somebody else's perception of you is that you'll be instructed, that's not true. Not true at all. So, So just moving on along. Yeah, I'm very glad that I was blessed to be able to do that because on the weekdays it's cheaper to wash your clothes, and if I had washed them during the weekend, I would have spent $2 more doing clothes anyway. So it just all worked out, and even if not, that was a blessing to me. So I want you all to know that it is a blessing to be able to do something for somebody, that somebody will allow you to be of assistance to them, to be useful to them. It is a blessing to have the resources and the abilities and capability to be able to help someone. So please know that, please know that it is a blessing to be able to help someone when to have the time, the resources, and whatever. And sometimes you don't, and it's okay. You know what I mean? It's completely okay. Let God or your spirit dictate to you whether, it's an opportunity for you to step in or try to help or not. And if somebody doesn't want your help, don't be offended. They just don't want it. They're doing fine. If your intention was to help, then you're happy that your help wasn't needed and that you made an offer. So, but anyhow, so back to this morning, like before I left the house, I had this dream. Like I said, the first thing when I woke up, and I didn't think about the dream included a pistol, okay? Like and it was like really nondescript. It was like I walked into this room, there was a table. It was like, I don't know what kind of room. It was like an old, like back in Hampton, Virginia, like how you have a summer camp and there's an old room with stuff, but it wasn't a camp. There was no children or nothing like that there, but it was a room, like a workroom. There was an old, like, drawing table, a bucket on the floor with some rags, and then like some metal scraps. And I noticed by the bucket with the rags, there was what looked like a pistol. And in the dream, I woke up like a little bit after that, and I'm not really sure, like, you have to forgive me, the back of my leg is itching. I don't know if it's the soap I'm using or what, but or a mosquito bit me, who knows. But so oh, look at this, there's a dime on the ground. It's so bent up, it's almost unrecognizable. But anyhow, here, I'll show it to you. I didn't want to stop to do that, but this is the dime. It's almost unrecognizable. But anyhow, so in the dream, yeah, there was a pistol there. I don't know I didn't feel anything nefarious about it. I just felt like it was there, like, for protection. And the feeling that I got was like whoever was using it for protection wasn't using it like crazy in a crazy way. It was literally just for protection, And I didn't feel anything bad about it. But when I woke up this morning, like I said, I saw that I had a comment. And I went to check out the video that the comment was on to see what the person was commenting on. And I watched the video. It was my video, of course. I watched it, part of it, and I was like, wow, when I watched the video, it took me back to that time. And it was, because I'm posting a whole lot of stuff. Some of this stuff is really old. And it was scary. It was scary to me. And the reason that it was scary to me was that you could tell that it was a lot going on, and that the vibration, the energy was just, weird. It was a lot going on. And I remember while I was watching it this morning, I was kind of concerned or scared. How you doing? I was kind of concerned or scared from. Oh, are you the secretary at the church? You helped me when I asked you about the thing about the check card or whatever a long time ago, and I went to Amscott, and you were absolutely right. They absolutely did do that for me, so it worked out. So thank you. All right, so there's a lady at this church, and she was kind of cautious, which this day and age, is nothing. The situation was that I needed to find a way. Anyways, but she helped me. I'll just put that. She was very cautious, and but she helped me. Just like even now, with her walking up to the church, I didn't realize that she walked past, but she gave me this really concerned look. And so, but then I recognized her, and I did want to thank her and let her know that whatever she did worked out. And so But anyhow, continuing on. And I didn't know she lives like right around here somewhere. So yeah, when I watched this video, I mean, she's got to know I'm over here washing clothes, or maybe she doesn't. You know, people think what they want to think. Maybe she think I'm crazy, but it's okay. And that's the other thing that I want to talk about. Bumped into this girl the other day, catching a bus, and it was a white lady, older, slim white lady, and she was just like, it was an older, slim white lady, and she was like, she talked about how bad the world was, and she was talking about fear, and how fear would make you either do two of things: one, be just a complete jerk, or two, be a cowering doormat. Now, and so where I was going with this, I forgot where I was. Somebody blew their horn and threw me off, but that's like the MK Ultra thing. But yeah, you hear a certain noise or keywords that it just kind of throws you. But yeah, so either you would be a jerk or you would be a coward. Oh yeah, the dream that I had about the pistol. So I woke up this morning, and then I saw the comment. I went to go look at my video. When I went to look at my video, I saw that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, ain't no selfies. The vlog. You can get in my vlog. But and that's the other thing. Like people, and maybe that's why people are looking at me odd too, because you're in the hood. How many people are really vlogging? I mean, not that nobody can't vlog, because anybody can vlog, but I mean, it's just so people think I'm taking a selfie, like a long selfie, but I'm not. I'm just vlogging. So and that's the other thing too. Being open to allow people, just like that guy that stopped me on Mother's Day or whatever, and I was, he wanted to, and I was like, protection of people's privacy, and I was like, I just wanted to let you know that I am vlogging, so you are being recorded. He was just like, oh, I don't care about none of that, I'll get in your video, and he jumped in, and I was just like, no, because I was thinking this is a private video, I really didn't want anybody in it, but I just wanted to let you know, since you're talking, that what you're saying is going to be posted, or whatever, so just out of courtesy. But to me, you shouldn't say anything that you don't want. But out of courtesy, I would want to know. You know what I mean? But but I guess, but you can clearly see my lips are moving, and I'm holding a phone. What do you think is happening? Somebody is gonna hear either I'm talking on the phone, or I'm vlogging, or I'm FaceTiming, or something. So, all right. So going back to the fear thing. So when I watched that video, you could definitely sense the fear in it, just like that lamb girl or whatever that was walking out of the hotel elevator, and it was just weird that the video was very uncanny itself. My video, even though I wasn't, it was just the energy that was in it, and I watched it, and the person that commented, he used the username Ron McMillan, and when I looked up Ron McMillan is like I guess a speaker on communications, on effective communications and winning people and stuff like that. And so I guess by watching that video, because by watching the video, Mr. McMillan, pseudonym named Ron McMillan, I feel the same way that, listening to that, there's a lot of mistakes in communication, where perhaps if I made people feel more desired or appreciated, it would be different. But Mr. McMillan, you don't know the story. Like, I was, very open and very welcoming to, people. You just don't understand. You just got to be there. But again, the hood, interpersonal and other interpersonal are different. I'm going to tell you. And I know what you're probably thinking. You're going to lose every time. Probably so. But that's okay. It's about, hey, how you doing? It's about being true to yourself. That guy looks like a black Mr. Clean, but it's about being true to yourself, and because after all I have is me. I don't have anybody to impress. I don't have family to impress. I don't have any kids that I have to worry about. And speaking of which, let me tell you about this. So many things. Okay, so at this place that I go on a daily basis, there was a guy that was there, and I overheard a conversation he was having with the lady, and they were talking about Trump and all this other stuff, and how Trump was, basically, all the nasty. I don't even watch news, but I've heard enough to know what the deal is. And I want to say thank you to the young man that rode by and sweetly was just like, I want to be in your selfie. When really, what he probably meant was like, hey, you in the way, get out the way. So that was a nice way of him to do it. So thanks to that young man for, being cordial. But it's just so much, and I think probably at this point in my time, no, I got probably another five minutes. But I think, go check. So I'm gonna be silent for a moment while I do a walkthrough to check to see that nobody's opened my dryer, the stuff stopped drying, the timer's still going, all that good stuff that people sometimes do. So bear with me just a moment of silence. You can contemplate and reflect on everything that I've said so far. Yeah, my dryers look like they're still doing good, and the older gentleman, he's right there, so he can see his stuff if it needs to be adjusted. Yeah, so, all right, so yeah, I saw, the communications. So I looked up Ron McMillan to see who it was, but I checked out the subscriber, and basically he just had like regular people stuff on his thing, music and whatever. Nothing too controversial, of course, which is the way that people are posting now, just to make sure that, and because you never know what's going to happen this time, so nothing too controversial, just music and stuff like that. Now, yeah, so I could see, if I was going by the name Ron McMillan, that the popular Ron McMillan name is known for, I can see what he's trying to say. But I'm going to say this, because I get a lot of people that leave messages and things not for a good reason. I have absolutely no interest in meeting anybody off of YouTube or any other place that I am. The only purpose that I have here is to vlog and to share my thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and perhaps to get your feedback on them, constructive feedback. Also to share experiences. If you have experience, have you share experiences with me. I definitely, I'm not interested in any, receiving any communications, off of this thing. So that's it, that's what my purpose is, just to share, communicate ideas, experiences, feelings, and expressions. That's all it is. What is biting me? There's like something biting me on the back of my thighs. Whew. Don't know why. Did I sit on something? No. I think maybe it's these jogging pants or something. Well, I went to the bathroom, so I don't know. But something is biting me literally on the back of my thigh. It's like, all right. So what else? Oh, let me scratch. What the hell is going on? Something's really. Oh, you know what? There's ants down. These little, and that's what it feels like too. These little ants. Ow. So I don't know where the. Somebody come get you. So what's next? So yeah, I still haven't gotten to the point yet. So with this dude, yeah, the video, and I saw what he was saying, and when I watched the video, the main point of this was that the video that I watched of mine was very uncanny, even though it wasn't any erratic actions. It was like that lamb video, and with the lady from the elevator, the Asian lady from the elevator that in the hotel that they found in the water supply or whatever, and how she's acting weird on the elevator. That's the feeling that it had. It had a very uncanny feeling. And then I got another comment shortly after that, and it was like, the comment was like, you need a pistol. And so I went to watch the video. The video really didn't have anything to do with that. Maybe the guy had watched a few videos, and the comment was made for another video. He kind of connected them together and put it there. Now, yeah, so, but then that connected to, I had a dream just this morning about the pistol. Hey, how you doing? Good morning.